According to the Bulgarian military network, pictures circulating on social media show that the J-35 stealth multi-role fighter's exposure is gradually increasing, and the appearance of a pair of aircraft in formation is unprecedented. The two J-35s, numbered 35,001 and 35,006, respectively, are both prototypes, with the former also fitted with an airspeed tube and a Lombard lens as standard equipment. Combined with recent indications, the Bulgarian military network believes that the production of J-35 series fighters is surging. These two prototypes are J-35 carrier-based fighters, whose wings and flat wingspan as well as wing area have been greatly increased compared to the J-35A, which improves the performance of low altitude and low speed with large head-on angle, and enhances the safety and controllability when landing and taking off from the aircraft carrier deck. The rear flap of the wing has been changed to a more complex, better lift effect flap and aileron separation design, which is conducive to improving the maneuvering agility and maneuverability of the aircraft. It is widely believed that the design of the Navy's naval J-35 is more complex than that of the Air Force's J-35A. J-35 has extremely excellent stealth performance. Shenyang Institute of Stealth Optimization. Up and down a lot of effort. Xinfei chief expert Mr. Wang Yongqing once said that due to its latecomer's advantage, the J-35 stealth performance is better than that of the American F-35, and also better than that of the J-20 and the F-22, making it the best 5th-generation aircraft with the best stealth capability and service. The J-35's public flights are always with a Lombard lens, so that the outside world does not detect the true radar reflection area of the aircraft. A set of photos recently circulated on social media has focused the world's attention on China's newest J-35 stealth fighter. Two prototypes of the J-35, numbered 35,001 and 35,006, appeared in public view in a two-plane formation, the first time since the model's development that it has been publicly unveiled in a formation. From the photo details, these two fighters belong to the Navy's shipboard model. Wings and flat tail wingspan. Wing area compared to the Air Force version of the J-35A has increased significantly, the rear flaps using a more complex separation design. This improvement can significantly improve the large angle of low-speed performance. The carrier deck takeoff and landing safety is critical. It is worth noting that the 35,001 fighter still retains the airspeed tube, which is typical of the prototype's test flight stage. While the Lombard lens has become standard equipment, this device can artificially amplify the radar reflection signal to avoid the real stealth performance being detected by the outside world. Military observers point out that the appearance of the twin-plane formation means that the development of the J-35 has entered a critical stage, and preparations for mass production are accelerating. Bulgarian military network analysis believes that, combined with the recent news of 5th-gen ship completing electromagnetic catapult test, J-35 may realize carrier takeoff and landing test in 2025. Behind this breakthrough is the thick accumulation of technology in China's aviation industry. Shenyang Aircraft Design Institute has invested a lot of resources in optimizing the stealth performance of J-35, and Chief Expert Chief Master Wang Yongqing has publicly said that J-35 has surpassed the U.S. F-35 and F-22 in stealth design by virtue of its latecomer advantage, becoming the 5th-generation aircraft with the strongest stealth capability and service. Its use of super material stealth coating, integrated aerodynamic design and other technologies, so that the radar reflection area is controlled below 0.01 square meters, reaching a level comparable to that of F-22. This stealth advantage in modern air warfare is crucial. Reference to the Israeli F-35I airstrike on the Iranian nuclear facilities of the war case. Stealth fighter can completely penetrate the traditional air defense system to achieve one-way transparency of the battlefield perception. The design complexity of the shipboard version of the J-35 far exceeds that of the Air Force version, as evidenced by the improvement of its wing structure. In order to adapt to carrier takeoff and landing, the shipborne wing adopts a flap and aileron separation design with better lift effect, which can provide more lift at low speed and enhance the maneuvering agility of the aircraft. In contrast, the US F-35C adopts a similar design, but its low-speed performance and takeoff and landing safety are still inferior to that of the J-35 due to insufficient engine thrust. The upgrade of the power system is another highlight of the J-35 shipboard model. According to the disclosure of Hong Kong media, The aircraft is equipped with two WS-19 Huangshan vector engines, with a single thrust of more than 10 tons, together with omnidirectional vector nozzles, which can realize super-maneuverable flight. This power configuration enables the J-35 to reach a maximum speed of Mach 2.2 and a combat radius of more than 1,350 kilometers, which surpasses the Mach 1.6 and 1,240 kilometers of the F-35C in all aspects. What's more, the WS-19's vectoring technology can significantly improve the aircraft's overstall maneuvering capability, giving it an advantage in close-range combat. The avionics system of the carrier-based J-35 is also noteworthy. Equipped with gallium oxide active phased array radar with a detection range of more than 400 kilometers, it can simultaneously track 30 targets and guide attacks on 8 of them. The anti-jamming capability and multi-target processing capability of this radar enable it to maintain operational effectiveness in a complex electromagnetic environment. In addition, J-35 has integrated a new generation of data chain system, which can realize real-time data sharing with aircraft carriers, AWACS, and unmanned aerial vehicles, and build up a cooperative combat network. This systematic combat capability is the core competitiveness of modern air warfare. The mass production and deployment of J-35 is reshaping the pattern of the global fifth-generation aircraft market. For a long time, the U.S. has monopolized the international fifth-generation aircraft market by virtue of the first-mover advantage of F-35, but the emergence of J-35 provides new choices for countries. Pakistan has announced the procurement of 40 J-35s and the supporting introduction of Air Alert 500 early warning aircraft and PL-17 ultra-long-range air-to-air missiles, which will enable its air force to jump to the forefront of the global war power. At the technical level, the J-35's stealth performance and comprehensive combat capability have posed a substantial threat to the F-35. The report of the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a U.S. think tank, pointed out that the stealth design of J-35 makes it possible to have the ability to discover and fire before the enemy in over-the-horizon air combat, while F-35, due to the lack of stealth performance, has a worrying survivability in the face of a new generation of Chinese air defense systems. More worrying to the United States is that the speed of mass production of J-35 far exceeds expectations. According to the Bulgarian military network forecast, by 2030, the Chinese Navy 3 carriers can carry about 100 J-35, forming the strength to fight with the U.S. carrier strike group. Although Russia's Su-57 is also pushing ahead with upgrades, its competitiveness is clearly lacking due to technical bottlenecks and lack of funding. Although Su-57M1 is scheduled for mass production in 2025, it still faces questions about engine reliability and stealth performance. In contrast, J-35 has already won a head start in the international market, with its mature technology and stable supply chain. Countries such as Algeria and Indonesia have already expressed their intention to purchase the J-35, while India's wavering between the F-35 and Su-57 has emphasized the market attractiveness of the J-35. This change in the field of fifth-generation aircraft is essentially a contest of strength between China, the United States and Russia in the field of aviation industry. The U.S. F-35, due to high maintenance costs, technical defect and other issues, is facing a crisis of confidence in allies. Russia by the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, military production capacity constraints, Su-57's prospects for foreign sales are bleak, and China, with a complete industrial system and sustained technological innovation, is realizing the leap from the followers to the leader. The J-35's dual-plane formation debut is not only a milestone for China's aviation industry, but also an important turning point for the global military balance. With more and more countries installing the J-35, the military hegemony of the United States will be challenged like never before, and the international strategic pattern will change profoundly as a result.